Okay, it's 12:01. Here we go. Mute everyone. Okay, welcome. It's Thursday, and that means it's Thankfulness Thursday. And today's theme is gratitude for so-called bad experiences. And a little background to this. So I've been struggling with some insomnia, and I don't know if you've ever experienced insomnia. It's just the weirdest experience to be tired and going on. I wake up like clockwork at about 1:45 or 1:48 in the morning, and then there's a question as to whether or not I get to fall asleep again. Last night or this morning, I did not. I've basically been up on like 4.5 hours of sleep. And admittedly, the hardest part about the insomnia is the anxiety and the worry that goes with the fear of being tired. It's not even something in the moment that distressing. I'm safe, I'm comfortable, it's a warm bed. Everyone that I know is doing okay, and yet there I am, noticing my mind spinning. So I like to there's this quote by, I believe it's Mark Twain, where he said, in reference to the so-called bad experiences, good judgment comes from experience, and experience comes from poor judgments. And so I'm not suggesting there's anything that I'm doing that has to do with is necessarily an intentional poor judgment at 2 in the morning. But I've noticed that if I'm not careful, it's a very vulnerable time to have the mind just start spinning and actually just, sort of reinforcing this negativity. And this morning I had this really acute awareness of this reminder of, Oli, if you go down this negativity rabbit hole, just remember neurologically what you're doing is you're just reinforcing this fear of fear, the fear of being tired the next day. And the way to counteract that is what we do here, on a daily basis, but especially gratitude. And it's this reminder that, if you're feeling angry, practice gratitude. If you're feeling stressed, practice gratitude. If you're feeling sad, gratitude. If you're feeling happy, practice gratitude. There's absolutely no downside to it. And if anything, just this reminder of, from a neuroplastic standpoint, negativity is like Velcro for the brain. There's this stickiness to it that is just part of our ancestral biology, our evolutionary biology. And the way to counteract that is with positivity, because there's something about positivity that doesn't stick the same way that negativity does. And research indicates that the ratio is about 1 to 5. So for every one quote unquote negative experience that we have, we want to balance it out or need about 5 positive experiences to get us back into that sort of mood equilibrium. Easier said than done, but we'll do that with gratitude today. So quick reminder, what is gratitude? Here's a working definition. So importantly, it's an embodied experience, right? Something that it's not an intellectual concept, something that we actually feel in our bones, in our belly, in our chest, in our throat. And it involves an awareness, meaning we know this is happening. This is not something that after the fact, we pick up on. And it has to do with benefiting from someone or something happening that has nothing to do with effort that we put into it. Like we're literally the beneficiaries of something good. Now, sometimes we can just be the beneficiaries of a good mood or certain things going right, and it's got nothing to do with anything that we're intentionally doing. Yeah, and so as we set up for the practice, I love showing this video. This is sort of the motivator for me, is this remembering that at 2 in the morning, as I was sitting there practicing my gratitude, I had this imagery in mind of my neurons, reaching out for each other and connecting, and luckily I've been practicing for a while, so I'm actually doing okay today. But it's yeah, it's important just to make sure that we keep reinforcing this very thing that's going on here in this video. So let's do that. We got another 10 minutes or so. So let's go ahead and close our eyes. Just arriving, knowing that we'll get together on the regular to practice with the intention of a better life, better mood, greater resilience, more kindness, all the stuff that really makes being human awesome and worthwhile is the very stuff that we practice here on a daily basis, just for a few minutes. Maybe just starting off with gratitude for this group. I know for me, it certainly wouldn't be the same doing this on my own. And so having you guys show up on a regular basis makes it for me. So feeling tremendous gratitude. And just noticing your body and space and time. What's it like to be in your body in this moment right now? Noticing your belly, chest, throat, your head. And then bring to mind a so-called bad experience, something that left you reactive, maybe feeling upset or angry or sad. And then maybe pick a memory that, on a 10-point scale is like a 5. So sort of a medium challenging experience that was not enjoyable. Notice how your body was reacting in that moment. Your mind was reacting, the thoughts and the beliefs that were flashing through your mind. The inner dialogue. In some ways, just noticing the, the price we pay for latching on to the belief that this is a bad experience or that things aren't the way they should be. And now, with the benefit of this group, with the strength that comes with this kind of presence right here, right now, imagine yourself going back into that situation, with a belly and a chest filled with gratitude. And just imagine yourself in the midst of that challenging experience, filled with gratitude. Gratitude for what you do have in your life. Gratitude for the relative peace and safety that we get to experience here. Imagine it's like a very gentle and very firm sort of pressure from in your belly, from in your chest. It's just sort of pushing up against that outside in pressure of negativity that can feel kind of oppressive or heavy. There's a positive warmth emanating from the inside, just acting as a counterbalance to that outside pressure. One trick here is to actually put your hand on your chest or on your heart. Just notice the warmth and the contact, like making contact with yourself, just to reinforce that embodied experience of gratitude. Maybe there's even some appreciation for the so-called bad experience, going back to that quote. Just bad experiences teach us things, either about other people or about life, but also about our own resilience and capacity. Gratitude increases our compassion for others that are struggling or having a difficult time, maybe with the exact same situation that we were grappling with. About finding the good in all situations. And like yesterday, when we practiced, imagining looking in the mirror and wishing ourselves well, so practicing loving kindness towards ourselves. Maybe now too, since everyone's on mute, you just say out loud, thank you. And maybe you can even do this later on, actually go look in the mirror and say thank you. And go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way. And hold the exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, deep inhale. Long exhale, as long as you can make it. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead, open your eyes. Come on back to the session. Yeah, just with eyes open, just for a second, take in everyone else on the call. I certainly appreciate you all for practicing with me. That makes a huge, huge difference in my life. And I appreciate and feel grateful for each and every one of you. See you tomorrow. Take care, everyone.